Voting procedures. Majority rule. Majority rule is when you have a candidate that has more than half of the votes wins. Once you have the majority being 50% of the voters plus one voter, you win. Plurality voting is a little bit different. That's the candidate with the most votes wins. You're probably thinking, what's the difference between these two? Well, imagine if there was a vote between the three math teachers, Mr. Scruton, Ms. Robinson, and Ms. Ruffini. Mr. Scruton gets 20 votes. Ms. Robinson gets 25 votes, and Ms. Ruffini gets 28 votes. Notice nobody has a majority. Ms. Ruffini, who has the most, she has 73 votes in all. Ms. Ruffini has the most, she has 28 on 73. So 28 on 73 is only 38% of the vote. So she doesn't have the majority, so she can't win. No one wins with the majority rule, but with plurality voting, the candidate with the most votes wins, which would be Ms. Ruffini wins. All right, then we have this thing called the board account. Each voter ranks the candidates by preference. You put your favorite, you put a 1 beside their second favorite, you put a 2 and third favorite, and so on. N minus 1, N minus 2, that sort of thing. If you're saying like this person's your first choice, they get, and there's only 3 candidates, they get a 3, and then the next person gets a 2, and the next person gets a 1. You're given the highest value to the person that you chose to be number 1. And then there was this other method called the Condorcet method. Each voter ranks the candidate by preference. They're doing the same thing, they're ranking them by preference, but candidates are then paired off to see who is preferred by more people. Let's make an example. Here with the board account, you have 45 voters picked B first, then C, then A, where 32 said C was the first choice, B was the second choice, and A is the third choice. And 28 said, no, it's C, then A, then B, and then 23 said A, then B, then C. For A is going to get, the people who came in first each get 3 points. The people who came in second get 2 points. The people who came in third get 1 point. If we had 10 people that you're voting for, then the first person would get 10 points, and the next person would get 9 points, and so on. The first would get 10 points, second would get 9, and third would get 8, and so on. Because we're talking about 3 candidates, person A is going to get 3 points go to the person who finishes first, 2 points to the person who finishes second, and 1 point to whoever finishes third. A has 45, but they came in third, so 45 times 1. And here, they came in third, so 32 times 1. But here with the 28, they came in second, so 28 times 2. And here they came in first, right? And so first is getting 3 points, so 23 times 3. So we do 45 times 1 plus 32 times 1 plus 28 times 2 plus 23 times 3, and that gives us 202 points. So A gets 202 points. B is going to get 45 times first place, 3, and then 32 times second place, 2. Then 28 times third place, 1 plus 23 times second place, 2. 45 times 3 plus 32 times 2 plus 28 times 1 plus 23 times 2 is equal to 273. Then candidate C gets 45 times 2 plus 32 times 3 points because that's first place, and then 28 times 3 points because that's first place, and then 23 times 1 point because they were third choice here. 45 times 2 plus 32 times 3 plus 28 times 3 plus 23 times 1 gives us 293. C gets the most points. C wins. With the Condorcet method, 23 people prefer A over C here. Then, where else is A preferred? Nope, nope, and nope. So only here, 23 people prefer A. When is C preferred to A? Well, C is preferred to A here, and here, and here. All right, so 23 prefer A to C. Here, C is better than A. Here, C is better than A. Here, C is better than A. But here, A is better than C. 23 people prefer A to C. Then, how many people prefer C to A? Well, 45 plus 32 plus 28, which is 105 people prefer C to A. Who wins? C. C wins between A and C. Between A and B, here B wins, here B wins, here A wins, and here A wins. So A wins twice. 28 people plus 23 people prefer A. So 23 plus 28 is 51 people prefer A to B. But who prefers B? 45 and 32, which is 77. So more people prefer B than prefer A. So here B wins. Let's look at B and C. For B, we have B wins here and B wins here. So 45 plus 23 prefer B to C, which is 68. Then, who prefers C to B? Well, 32 plus 28, which is 60 people prefer C to B. More people prefer B to C. Okay? Between A and C and B and C, but between A and C, C wins. Between A and B, B wins. But between B and C, B wins. So altogether, B wins. So B wins totally. Then we have the elimination method. Voters rank in order of preference again. The candidate with the fewest first choices is eliminated. Then their votes are redistributed. Who has the fewest first choices? B has 45, C has 32, and A has 28 and 23 is 51. So A wins, then comes B, and C has the fewest, so they're eliminated. So we remove the C. And then their votes are redistributed and given. So A has 51 first place, B has 45 first place, C has 32 first place. We're going to take their 32, so C's eliminated. C's 32 first places are given to B because B was next in line for those 32 votes. Okay, so for the 32 votes, who's preferred? B or A? Well, B. So B is going to get those 32 votes. B now has 45 plus 32 is 77. They have 77 first choices. So that means B wins. So A has 51, B has 77, and C was eliminated. The approval voting. Voters may vote for more than one candidate. So you're not ranking them, you're just giving them a single vote. Let's say you have 4 choices. You have candidate A, B, C, or D. If you approve of them, you give them a vote. You have 1 vote to each candidate that you like. Voters may vote for more than one candidate. These are not being ranked. The candidate with the most votes wins. A is getting 45 plus 28 plus 23. They got 96 votes. B is getting 32 plus 28. 60 votes. And C got 32 and 28. They also got 60 votes. D got 45 and 32, which is 77 votes. D got 45 plus 32, so they have 77 votes. Who has the most votes? A, so A wins. Then finally we have proportional representation. Power shared in proportion to the votes. Here's an example. In a region, 10 seats need to be filled. We have, let's say, 3 parties, A, B, and C. Each person gets a vote. Each person is voted for. A has 15,235 votes. B has 23,429 votes. Party C has 2,893 votes. And in total, that's 41,557 votes. We figure out, well, what proportion of the 10 seats does Party A get? We're going to look at what proportion A has out of 41,557. A has 15,235 out of 41,557, and then we're multiplying that proportion times 10, and that's going to give us 3.66605, and it goes on for a while. We have 3 and a fraction seats, but we're not going to go with the fractions. We're going to say, okay, you have 3 seats, so we round down always. So 3 seats. B, we have 23,429 out of 41,557 times 10, and that gives us 5.637799, which we're going to round down to 5 seats. And C, we have 2,893 out of 41,557 times 10 gives us 0.696152. Okay, so if we round down, that's 0 seats. So that means 8 seats have been given out, and we need to still give out 2 seats. We're going to give out the remaining 2 seats based on the remainders. We've given out the seats based on the whole numbers. 3 seats have gone to A, 5 seats have gone to B, and 0 seats have gone to C. Then we look at the remainders. Whoever has the biggest remainder, that's the fractional part, the decimal part, whoever has the biggest this part is going to get a seat. Whoever has the next gets the next seat until we run out of seats. So we have 2 seats to give out. A has 0.66605 as the remainder, B has 0.637799, and C has 0.696152. So C is going to win. So they're going to get a seat. A is going to get the next seat. Then we're done. We're out of seats. We only had 2 seats to give out. We're done. So B gets 0 extra seats. A has 4 seats. B has 5 seats. And C has 1 seat. And that's proportional representation. And that's it for voting procedures. Have a good day.